I tell you, I for one would be getting sick and tired of the status quo and the situation in Europe at the moment, because consistently over the last few years, various countries in Europe are always telling their civilians, get extra food, be prepared in case Russia comes to us in war, prepare yourself, everything's going to go down, and you're living in this constant tension and stress. What do I do? What is my exit strategy? Where do we go? Where's my family going? And you're living like that consistently all the time. Again, not as bad as in Israel, but that uncertainty and waiting for the hammer to drop all the time, non-stop. And now again, Europeans are being told to stockpile food and water, and don't forget toilet paper, to prepare for potential war with Russia. People living in the European Union should stockpile emergency supplies in the event of war breaking out or another major emergency, according to a new report. So either war is going to break out or there's going to be a major emergency. By the way, Rapture Harpazo fits squarely in this position right here, major emergency. The report on Europe's civilian and military preparedness, published on Wednesday last week, was written by former Finnish President Sauli Niinistö on his capacity as special advisor to the President of the European Commission. The report notes that the EU was not prepared for either the COVID-19 pandemic or Russia's aggression against Ukraine, and that it needs to move from reactive to proactive preparedness, and hence them telling the civilians again for the how manyth time, prepare for war. Now my problem is this too, in the economic situation in the world right now, the lack of jobs, businesses closing down, the chaos, all controlled and designed that way to happen, to push the population to where they need it to be. How many families are unable to do that? I can't go out and bulk up on food and supplies and toilet paper and water and emergency rations and store them. No, most are living day by day and by grace and trying to make ends meet, and they are getting through things that way, trusting as they go. Now the government's saying, oh, by the way, you better have secret stockpiles, otherwise you're in trouble, driving the stress levels up in people that cannot afford to have stockpiles. Now what generally happens in those situations, if we watch movies from Hollywood and all these places, then people will resort to violence. You've stockpiled food. We've taken note of you stockpiling food due to all your stuff. When the paw hits the proverbial fan, we will come to your house with our weapons and stockpile some food back again. So that is that civil unrest and chaos that's bubbling just beneath the surface as the world seemingly unravels into that final week of Daniel. Should you be worried? Only if you don't have Jesus. If you have Jesus, we're not worried. He's in the boat with us. Yes, the storm is raging. Water's splashing in our faces. The waves seem like tidal waves and chaotic. But guess what? God is in my boat. No stress here. Shalom.